Ape Nation, good morning. I hope everyone's doing okay after the day we had yesterday. Today is Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. It's currently about 6:30 a.m. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers and viewers. I appreciate all you guys taking the 2 seconds to subscribe. Hopefully you find the information helpful and it keeps you motivated and keeps you in this play with AMC, because I really believe this is our ticket out of essentially poverty, or us being a slave to the system, making the money work for us instead of us working for the money. So thanks to all of you. Second thing I want to say is, if you have joined and you're commenting in the comment section, you guys can throw anything you want at me. Take a shot, see if it sticks. Please just don't go after other commenters in the videos. In the comment section, please don't attack anyone else. You can say whatever you want about me. It's fine. I stopped reading them because I have a very short fuse and I don't want to lose it on anybody. So, just please, if you are commenting, just don't go after anybody personally in the comments. Direct it towards me. I'm the one who has the platform that's putting this out there. Okay, so I will finish up some things I had about Lou, especially stuff from last night. I just feel like he's going off the rails right now, and you know, I know he's had some medical issues with his brain and stuff, and no BS, like, I hope he's okay, because I've been watching the guy for a long time, and he just seems like he's changing right now. His tune has just changed big time in the last couple of days, and I don't know if that's because people are calling him out, or saying, you know, people are saying that he needs to show his position or stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend that. I don't know if that's really necessary. You know, say what you will, but we can't all be running around showing our positions to everyone. I mean, that's just never going to be a good thing in the end. I just don't agree with that philosophy. But anyway, so I'll finish up with that at the end of the video, and then I'm working on another video as well that I'll have out hopefully later today. I'm just trying to polish it up and make it nice. All right, last night, Frontline did a documentary piece. It's about 53 minutes long. It's called The Power of the Fed. I watched it a few times last night. The information and some of the interviews they do in this really exposes what is going on with Wall Street and the Fed right now. Some of the stuff blew my mind. All right, so I'm going to play a clip right now from the trailer, and I pulled 2 clips that I really thought were important in case you don't have the hour right now to watch it. But if you get a chance, go back and watch this. It's right on YouTube. It's free. Just pull it up on Frontline on their page. All right, without further ado,
cue the speeder.
And you just said that on camera. This going viral.
Ape Nation, thank you for helping me pass 200 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully I can earn it today. All right, let's roll the film.
The coronavirus pandemic has left millions of Americans out of work.
The people have gone now without 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 paychecks, and it's starting to catch up. They need food. It's the most basic thing.
Over the past year, we've seen how many Americans are living on the edge.
Have you got any income at the moment?
No. And we have kids too, so...
So you're not making any money at the moment?
No.
But while businesses were shuttered and millions were left unemployed, one place has been thriving like never before.
Stocks surging even as America enters its darkest chapter yet of this pandemic.
On Wall Street, it was a banner year.
The market has been open for 30 minutes and we've gone straight up.
The Dow rising nearly 18%, its best performance since 1987.
After a major dive, markets reached record highs. The pandemic would turn out to be a blip in the longest bull market ever. The price of stocks have skyrocketed, and so has the wealth of those who own them.
Elon Musk has added over $10 billion to his wealth just this week.
Some see signs of mania.
This GameStop situation, we will never encounter a setup like this again.
As more Americans try to get in on the party.
Right now, we're in a raging mania.
Some worry a crash is to come.
It's the burst of euphoria that typically brings these things to an end.
As the financial world has been diverging from the real world, I've been trying to understand the many forces at play. And I found one institution has been at the center of it all. The Federal Reserve, the nation's central bank.
It is the most powerful and least understood institution in the country. And it really is difficult to overstate how important this story is and how big this story is and how much it matters.
I've been speaking to current and former Fed officials.
Is that really the first time you're in a suit since COVID?
From the waist down.
Can I take my mask off?
Economists and titans of finance.
Nobody knows how this is going to turn out. This is an experiment.
I've heard that over and over, that we're living through an epic experiment run by the Fed.
I believe this is the economic story of our time.
An experiment that has been dramatically changing the American economy.
6 months ago.
I assume you're somebody who has assets, who's invested, and that this has been a good period for someone like you, in part because you own assets.
The Fed having pumped asset prices to historically high levels doesn't make me feel comfortable.
That's Blackrock.
I feel as anxious today as I've ever felt about the financial world.
Great.
Because of my belief that the Fed has been pumping up asset prices in a way that is creating a bit of an illusion. I think the odds are now sort of 1 in 3, very high, that we will look at this as an epic mistake and one of the great financial calamities of all time.
Wonderful.
They have the housing market, the stock market, and the bond market all overpriced at the same time. And they will not be able to prevent, sooner or later, the asset prices coming back down. So we are playing with fire because we have the 3 great asset classes moving into bubble territory simultaneously.
Now, just real quick, this is what Dr. Michael Burry is talking about. When he says this will be the mother of all crashes, imagine those 3 sectors all crashing within the same, say, 2 to 3 month period. That would be devastating for the economy.
Imagine people at the Fed are scratching their heads about how they are going to be able to get that faucet calibrated to a lower level when necessary.
And the risk of them turning off the valve right now is what?
The risk of turning the valve off is economic collapse, right? You would see asset values actually drop through the floor, in a complete lack of confidence. The Fed, by the way, would not, I can't imagine, turn it off in one, sort of in one move. But when the Fed does move, it's going to want to do it probably quite gradually. And the question is, will they be able to do it in such a way that doesn't create this kind of massive economic dislocation?
Whatever the Fed.
Okay, guys. So that's it for that. Really, if you get a chance, go watch this piece. There's so much more in there. They interviewed some people who are really tapped into the Fed and the market and how they work together, and they have to work together. They were even saying that basically right now, the Fed is a slave to the market. The Fed has less power and control than Wall Street. So I just... I would just recommend that you take the minute or take the hour tonight, sit down, watch it, and really get a good understanding of where we possibly could be headed. Why not take the time and think about what you might need to do to prepare yourself for this if we do come to a huge historic crash? All right, moving on. Really quickly, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I have a whole nother video, part 2, that I'm going to release later today. Like I said, I'm just finishing it up. But I need to be able to call out BS when I see it, or else my channel is garbage. If I'm not able to confront things when I see problems and I can't pass this on and help other people to see it, then I have no business being on YouTube or talking or trying to vouch or not vouch for anyone. So yesterday there was this tweet that came out. I don't know who Liz at EV Rager is, but this tweet came out. I saw a lot of other YouTubers talking about it, about dropping the price below 40 for retail on AMC. Trying to get people to sell by raising the price above 80 might work for people tired of waiting. I don't know how many people that will entail. I suspect many are solidly set for a $500 to $1,000 minimum. And if it gets that high, the final price could go considerably higher. It's just a question of how successful Citadel is in getting people to sell early. Why we're even talking about these numbers, I don't know. I can't tell you. What I can tell you is, and by the way, this was Peter Hahn. He's a CFA at a Calgary investment company. What I can say is on Monday, this video came out. I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but let's look at these two different perspectives. Look at the similarities.
What's going on, my little after hour motherfuckers? All right, doing a short video, very important video, probably the most important video AMC is ever gonna fucking have. Okay, remember how last week I talked about they could take you up to 300, start chopping you down last week? That could have been the tactic to get rid of you guys. Well, they're gonna do it. They're off the threshold list, not because somebody fucking was paid off to take it over like a swap. They got off the list. They chopped it down to the 30s. They got off. It'll reset. 13 days. Got it. No problem. Here's the deal. They're going to take it down even lower than that. The idea is they're going to do the 30s. They're going to run it up to probably around 100. You know, I still kept thinking that if they take it up to 300, that's when they could really shake motherfuckers off. So his thinking, really motherfucker, he's actually working on an exchange to protect you people later on, a safe environment where nobody could pull this kind of criminal shit. But that's after we survive this motherfucker.
Do you know how difficult it is to start your own exchange? Look at the list of exchanges. This is worldwide. These are the major stock exchanges, okay? We have 2 in the US. There are 2 in India. There's 1 in Canada, 1 in China, and a couple other countries have a stock exchange. 19 stock exchanges really run the whole worldwide economy. Do you know how difficult it is to run a stock exchange? But he's got some guy working on one. 66,000 views. That's a lot of people that would be investing their money in whatever this exchange is going to be. All I would say is be cautious. Again, I don't think Lou is being malicious. I think he's done a lot of good for this community. I don't know what's going on recently, but things just seem to have a different tone right now. He seems very upset and pissed off. And look, we all are. Join the club, bro. I mean, seriously. We're getting put through hell right now with this stock and this play. Right? And someone said in the comments yesterday, I was told that, you know, this is causing FUD and it smells fishy that I'm trying to tell people to sell. You won't hear me ever tell you what to do with your stocks. It will not happen. I have my position. I'm banking on this stock going way above $100, and I hope to God it's going over 1,000, because I don't have enough shares personally to set myself up for the future if it doesn't get to 1,000. I'm banking on that. So, and in part 2 tonight, you'll see what I'm talking about. Last night, the video that he did just threw me for a loop. The numbers he was spitting.
Right now, all I can tell you is this. If they drop us down to the 30s, which they will, and they ride us up to the 100 and chop us down synthetic short attack, and do that a couple of times, and they shake a lot of us off, they won. So all I can say is this. This is the time. You wanted to fight the devil? You wanted him to come out swinging? Well, the motherfucker's ready. He got rid of the FTDs and he's ready to fight you. He is not afraid. He actually thinks you're a worthless piece of shit. And at the end of the day, he's going to take us through that ride from the 30s, maybe 20s, up to the 100. But if you guys decide to hold, then that motherfucker will not stand toe-to-toe with you. I'm telling you this because, trust me, this type of pattern leads to their victory. Unless you decide to go, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. You're gonna fucking let them shake you out at 100? I don't think so. But this is the message I put out to everybody out there. Okay?
So after I was done recording, I forgot to mention this. Lou is not telling you to sell at $100, right? He is adamant that you should be holding at that price. Now, thinking that people are going to get shaken off at that, I don't believe that, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But he's not telling you to sell at 100. So those rumors that he's saying everyone's got to be out at 100 is bullshit. He's not telling you that. He's very adamantly saying, do not get shaken off at $100. Stand your ground.
Get ready to fight, motherfuckers. Just a couple of days off, and he thinks he can fucking smack you around for $100 to short it down. It's up to you now. Now it's up to nobody else but you. It's up to you. If you're afraid and you sell, he wins. Not gonna fault you or anything. Emotions are emotions, money's involved. I'm just telling you, I thought they were gonna do it from the 300 down. My friend's saying they're gonna do it from the 100 down.
I wish we knew who that was, but we will never know. So, very similar to what is being said here. The number changes from 30 to 40 in this guy's tweet, and 80 to 100. Like I said, guys, I'm looking for this number, bare minimum. I was hoping to sell like 10 shares at this and get my original investment back. So, obviously, you do what you need to do for you and yours. But he seems to be very upset because people are calling him out on this. Now, he's saying this is going to go to 100 by the end of the week. They're going to drop it down to 30, which I believe, if you know the charts, he doesn't want to follow lines or anything. But if you follow lines and you can read charts, which I have learned to do from Wrench Capital and Trey, they are excellent teachers at how to read charts. I mean, phenomenal. They're out there, especially Wrench Capital. I mean, you can go watch his videos every night, and if you watch them for the last 180 days, you're going to learn to be able to read patterns in charts. I know Lou says they don't matter at all, but they do. If you know how to read the lines and read charts, we could see that AMC was coming into bearish momentum, right? He can say that as many times as he wants, that they don't matter, the lines, whatever, that's fine. But I would say to his people, learn the lines, people, because if you don't know how to do this, when you do get paid from AMC and you go to reinvest, are you going to be enslaved to Lou to tell you every play that you need to do, or do you want to be able to make your own moves? Learn the charts, learn how to read the lines, how to see patterns that are setting up, how to read candles. Do that. It's important for your financial future, for your family's financial future. I think it's really important that you learn how to do that if you want to stay in the market. If you don't, fine. Or if you just want to blindly follow someone else, you think Lou's great at what he does, that's fine too. But I think it's important that people learn for themselves. Real quick, guys, I just wanted to add this in. This YouTube channel is Rainer Teo. He has 1.18 million subscribers. I think Trey hit me off to this guy a long time ago. But he's got a ton of free videos, completely free, on how to read charts and candlestick patterns and how much money you need to start and technical analysis. He's got all kinds of free videos you can go watch. Hey, my friends. He's awesome. He's really good. He knows his SHIT. I would recommend going to watch him. And, of course, Wrench Capital. That dude is the Mac Daddy of all TA. Alright, guys, that's enough for this morning. I have part 2 of that video coming out tonight, so if you want to like, subscribe, blah, 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 whatever. Let's take a look at AMC, pre-market. Take a quick peek. So, as of 7:41 a.m., we are down about 2.5% at 38.32. I know one thing, guys. If we get down to a point where I can get 3 for 100 on shares, I'm getting back in again. Absolutely. Because I bought some at 40, so why wouldn't I take this huge discount right now and get my cost average down? But of course, you guys do what you gotta do. This fight is far from over. We are still in the game, big time. I have no doubt about it. And one more thing, let me just say this, because I have to give a shout out to Lou's subscribers and people, because I went through the comments after all his videos he made last night, and they're going to be in the next video. I'm going to be talking about what he said in depth. But all of them are saying, like, nobody is going under $1,000 in the comments. So good for you guys. Don't let any numbers get in your head. This play has a ton of legs and room to run. Don't settle for less than what you think you deserve for the hell we've been put through. And hopefully, the SEC and the DTC filings and proposals are going to help us get to that point. Obviously, no one can guarantee a time, although, you know, some people say it's going to be at 100 by the end of the week. We'll see. I hope it is. I hope to God it is. I hope Lou is 1,000% right, and I can cheer for him and say, yes, man, you were dead on. We're at 100. It's Friday. I'm praying we're at 100 by Friday. But my problem is with dates and numbers, trying to predict the future is just a bad idea. It can get people into trouble. I don't want to see people lose money. We're losing our minds. We don't need to lose our, you know, our shirts too. All right, guys, that's all I got for this morning. This is Ape Nation. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.